Welcome to Room for All, the podcast where we dive deep into the world of inclusive employment and explore the power of creating opportunities for people with disabilities. I'm Andrea Comastri, CEO and co-founder of Hotel Etico, Australia's first not-for-profit social enterprise hotel.
And I am Soraya O'Connell, General Manager of Hotel Etico. Together, we'll be your hosts as we talk about the importance of breaking down barriers in the workplace. We will have a particular focus on hospitality and other customer-facing roles, and how businesses can lead the charge toward inclusion.
At Hotel Etico, we believe that everyone deserves the fair chance to succeed. And we've made it our mission to not only provide jobs, but to build meaningful careers for people with disabilities. On this podcast, we will be sharing success stories, best practice, and inspiring conversations with industry leaders from the hospitality sector, the disability sector, other social enterprises, philanthropy, and of course, our own trainees, graduates, and staff.
Whether you're a business owner, an advocate for inclusion, or someone curious about the future of work, this podcast is for you.
So come and join us at Hotel Etico, or as we call it, the Hotel California for the Heart, a place where once you've checked in, your heart will never leave.
So let's get started and open the doors for all.
Okay, and we're rolling. A bit rusty, but we're rolling. Welcome back, Soraya, to another episode of Room for All, the Inclusion in Hospitality podcast.
It's been a while.
It's been a very long while, so much so that the software has changed. We don't remember how to use it anymore. So this will be a bit of a funny...
As long as we don't lose the recording this time, I think we'll be fine.
Done it before.
I'm happy to come back.
And our guest today was present when we did it before. So.
How many times have you been here now, Steph?
Just twice.
Just twice?
First
So a
recording.
third is definitely needed.
Absolutely.
So maybe it's you. You bring bad luck. All right, let's do
Welcome to Hotel Etico with your bad juju.
Let's do the proper introduction. So today we're very excited to have a very special guest that is an incredible supporter of what Hotel Etico does. And I'm talking about Steph Lopesi.
First of all, Steph or Stephanie? What would you prefer?
Well, look, that Stephanie was in something that I read from you guys the other day, and I thought, oh, we're getting really formal now. That's when I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Steph, day to day.
Steph day to day.
Yeah.
But I had to announce the full name.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I think it's important.
Yeah.
So, yes, welcome, Steph.
Thank you.
How
Thanks
are you?
for having me. Lovely to be back.
We're excited to have you back. I love it when you come and visit.
Thank you.
Yes.
I also love it when we come and visit
Yes,
you.
I was
So
going to say the feeling's mutual.
And today you brought another guest with you.
I have our beautiful Bianca Blake,
Who-
full name Bianca Blake.
who is part of a live audience today, together
Yes.
with
with Sophia.
other friend Sophia.
She's actually staying the night, Bianca.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
great.
Steph is not this time, but
Not this time, yeah.
she has mum duties in the morning.
So we'll probably talk about Bianca a little bit about why she's here, but we will do it later. So today we talk about the perspective of employers and our employment partners, and we want to try and focus our attention on the relationship with the industry. We want to know a bit more about Steph as well, because we always
She's pretty awesome. But also what you actually do and what's your actual title, because...
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about who is Stephanie, who is Steph, from a
both.
professional point of view, but also who is Steph on
Yeah,
a personal side of things.
Well, I was going to say they're two different people, Steph
Okay.
Lopesi and Stephanie Lopesi. If you get me to present at any uni or anything like that, I'm definitely a Stephanie that day in a black and white suit. But here I can be myself,
Right, good.
which is lovely.
No
so
one's
I'm
watching
Steph
anyway.
here. Yeah, absolutely.
We've got no followers, so it's fine.
That's not true. Plenty. Who is Steph Lopesi? I am incredibly passionate in lots of different things in life. I think just generally a passionate person. I am bold. I am a risk taker. I'm known to be a risk taker. My best friend did my speech at my 40th birthday recently, and she said, you ever want encouragement from somebody to do the right or wrong thing, you come to me because
right.
I will
know
tell
this about you.
just do it, go for it, live and ask for forgiveness later. So I think that's, in a nutshell, bold, brave, risk taker.
I like that. No wonder I like you.
We get along.
Yeah.
What does it look like? What are the risks you've taken?
I think lots of things. I think from a work perspective, I'm a really big believer in early promotion. Promote people early, do it and support them. They might have only been in a role for a year and then you're asking them to step up and be a supervisor. But if they've got great leadership qualities, teach them. Let them
That's
learn
why
in the job.
Yeah, most
You
things
are
can be
HR.
taught, right?
Hope
So, yes,
so.
tell us a little bit, just to fill the blanks, like why, what do you do, who are you what, professionally?
I have a really long title and I never know that it's quite right for me. I remember signing my contract and being like, well, I would have liked to pick something myself, but this will do. This is great. So my title is Portfolio Director of Talent and Culture, and I look after the Accor Salter Brothers portfolio. So I have 11 hotels. Our guest here today is one of our wonderful general managers at just one of the properties. I'm based in Sydney, but 11 of our properties are based across 4 states in Australia, and we have 4 brands.
Okay, what are the brands?
The Siebel, Novotel, Mercure and Ibis Styles.
Nice. Okay. So your employer is Accor.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. Well, technically my employer is Salter Brothers, but that's a HR thing. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We were having this discussion yesterday because I was like, no, it's Accor. And he's like, no, it's Salter Brothers. And I was like, well, let's ask her.
Salter
bit of
Brothers
both.
is technically on my contract.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But
But they don't
properties are
tell you what
managed
to
by
do.
Accor. Pardon me?
They don't tell you what to
They
do.
definitely do, and I say yes every time. Yes, Andrew Dunn, if you're watching, yes, I will. Yes, absolutely, I will.
The
so you
hotel
got-
is such a funny space because you can manage so many different properties over so many, and if you didn't work in it, you wouldn't know. So if you went to a Novotel, you would just assume Novotel is managed by
Is
Novotel.
by
Yeah.
Mr. Novotel.
It's just not.
or
Yeah.
Mrs. Novotel.
It's just not like that.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, we've learned a lot on the ways. We definitely not born hoteliers, but
Speak for yourself.
we've been defined as hoteliers lately. So, or I have anyway.
I have not got that title yet. We'll get there one day, maybe.
You definitely
And
are.
so, what does a talent and culture? Is it,
Yes, Director of Talent and Culture. So
what does director of talent culture do in a hotel?
Everything.
Portfolio
many
of hotels?
things. I see our role as advocate for the employee, no matter who you are, especially in my position. I find that sometimes the further up the chain you go, the less advocacy there is for you. So that's a really big part in my role is advocating for our general managers and our heads of department. That doesn't mean to say I don't advocate for our line level team members, but that's what I see. my
That's
role as
interesting. Is
being.
that the way your employer sees you? Or the employer
gosh.
sees you as the advocate for the employer?
We can bleep this out.
Probably both.
Yeah, it's a
I
tricky
guess,
position.
Look, I guess
Yeah.
realistically, at the end of the day, I also want to do what's best for the business and protect our business, because without our business, I don't have a job, and neither does
Yeah,
the
yeah.
400 team members that
It's
I
a
look
fine
after.
line.
So, yeah.
Business is hard. I think talent and culture and HR alone is hard. And I think it's a lonely job.
It is a lonely job.
I think it's a
I
lonely
have
job.
this conversation often with my boss, and especially with first-time general managers, where I say, "You're about to be the most loneliest you've ever been." But I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Here I am. I'm here.
What do you think are the successful skills that are necessary for the director of talent culture in your sector?
I think you need to be incredibly empathetic, understanding. I think anybody who's great at what we do in our industry has actually come out of operations. And I always look for operations team members who want to move into a people-focused space because they truly understand like nobody else. That's not to say great HR professionals who have come out of unis or other industries won't do well with us, but I have found if you come out of operations, you understand like nobody else because it's lived experience
Yeah.
and you've done it before.
Where did you come from?
I came out of hotels.
Okay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you sort of fell into or chased an HR role?
I did. So I'll say it. We don't usually talk about our competitors, but I was working for Meriton at the time where they were just really taking off. I was working in some Sydney properties and we moved around a little bit. And at the time they didn't have HR. And so any of the people management fell into either the hotel manager or the front office managers. And I was just really naturally that person who would say, I'll help you do interviews, or I'll help you do screening, or I'll be the buddy on the first 2 weeks, or I'll write the training plan. And I realised how much I loved that, but there was no space for me to grow. And so I actually left hospitality for a short time and went out and learnt recruitment in private agency and firm, but there was something missing big time. I didn't realise what it was. And I remember seeing the first job ad for Accor, and I started in 2 properties in Western Sydney, Mercure Parramatta and Mercure Penrith. And I remember going for the interview and sitting in the lobby like, this is it. I'm back, everyone. I'm back in industry. This is where I'm supposed to be. And that was 9 years ago. So I haven't left Accor since then.
Nice.
I feel like the hotel industry is probably such a people-centered industry that HR is probably one of the most important, I suppose.
You're not just saying that because it's me? Thank you.
No, like, I mean, it's
for
all
real.
about people, right? Both in terms of
Yeah.
relationship with customers and relationship with internal. It's
Yeah.
very human-centered.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
So-
really sucks if you don't like humans.
Yeah, you're in the wrong job then. Double in the wrong job, right? Because I see HR people in hospitality as people, right? So
I agree.
our people need to be people,
Yeah,
and then we need to be people.
People, yeah, it's
It's
pretty
got to
lovely.
flow
Yeah.
all the way through.
100%.
Yeah,
I mean, we're definitely in the right job. We love people
yeah.
most
Yeah.
of the time.
Yeah.
Most
some-
of the time.
No, yeah, we do. It's great. That's the best part. And on the private side of things, like, what do you do when you're not working, which is not often?
Run. Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen her reply to my emails at like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. She is always working.
Yeah, she is, and that's okay. That instills great work ethic into my 3 children. So there's a little bit of insight into me. I'm a mum.
3 children.
3, yes.
And the
so you
kicker,
don't do
the real
anything else.
kicker,
The real kicker is that I had 3 kids in 2.5 years. So I'm an overachiever.
How does that work?
and also twins. Twins
I have a set of
or
twins.
triplets.
Yeah. A set of twins. So my eldest son is 10 and then I have a set of twins who are 8.
That's
As
insane.
much as we talk about Steph, I didn't know this about
You didn't know that?
No.
It's kind of,
And we do talk about you.
Keep it private. Keep it private.
3 kids.
I'm all about keeping things
Right.
private.
So what do you do is like drive around to
my
things.
minibus in my Taraga. No, I don't have a Taraga. Drive an Audi. I promise it's a little hatchback. What do I do? I'm footy mum tomorrow morning, so I can't stay over tonight, unfortunately, because I'm up at 8 a.m. at footy fields. All 3 of my kids, including I have a daughter and she plays rugby league. Potentially better than the boys, I'll just say.
They're not
Quietly.
watching this, so that's fine.
NRLW, watch out. She is half Polynesian as well, so
Right.
she's going to be...
She's going to be a superstar.
She will
in
be.
the genes.
With you as her mother, I have no doubt.
Yes.
I have absolutely no doubt. I think
a
you're a
tough
great
gal.
role model.
Thank you.
And hobbies?
I run. Oh, I don't want to say I run and I do Pilates. Oh, you're going to get the wrong idea about me. No. But I run and do Pilates.
Great.
I'm very jealous of you two that can run. I am. I'm not a runner.
I try.
I'm not a runner.
I try.
So let's talk a little bit about
Why she's here?
you're here. Yeah. Apart from the fact that we're interested in hotels and so on, but what's your connection with Hotel Etico? Like what do we do together?
So our connection with Hotel Etico, I actually remember maybe the both of you being on a talent and culture regional call, and we used to have them 3, 4, maybe.
Yeah, I do remember that one. It was about 3 years ago. Yeah, the Accor one, the big one.
Yeah.
It
And
was
Karen
like
Moore invited you guys on, and I remember thinking, oh my God.
Karen. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That was you don't remember it?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I didn't remember
That was
it
like
that
the
long
Brady
ago.
Bunch. There was so
Yes.
many people
Yes.
on that call.
Look, it's a smaller community now, unfortunately, but that's okay. And I remember thinking how wonderful it was. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I wish I was at the Blue Mountains. And then a year and a half ago, maybe, our previous general manager at Mercure Sydney Manly, Warringah, Scott, is a huge advocate of both of yours, as you know, and a previous pod king I'll call him.
That's right.
He said to me, "Oh, you've got to meet these two. Like, you just have to meet them. Come on, we're going to get on a call with them, and you're just going to love them. You're just going to love them." I said, "Yeah, I remember what they do." Blah blah blah. Anyway, so he's catching me up. We're in a call together prior, and we're kind of catching up about it. And I was like, yeah. So I get on, and I'm just like, "Oh, you're right. Oh no, we just got to do this. We've got to make this happen." And so with incredible general managers like Scott and like Bianca, we've been able to work with you to have two incredible humans with us. So Cleo, who works in our food and beverage department at Novotel Sydney City Centre, and then our wonderful Sam, who's here on shift today, is an all-rounder at our McEwer Sydney Manly Warringah.
You have two great employees there, I will say.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our graduates are amazing.
We don't have favourites.
We don't have favourites. We never have favourites. But I really miss Cleo being here. She was like a second part of me, to be honest. Wherever I went, she even made sure that I had lunch every day, to be honest. Like, she made sure I took care of myself. So I do really, really miss Cleo.
Your little alumni. The alumni. How good is that?
I love
that
it.
about her. How wonderful.
Yeah, I love that I can go in and see her whenever I'm in the city, or see any of our graduates, or even just pick up the call and call them. She actually messaged me while I was away. I was like,
And Cleo has two jobs now. She
does.
works at two hotels.
She does. She works at
partners
two
of ours.
hotels.
So,
So
where does
she's such
where
a
does
hard
Cleo
worker.
work for you?
Novotel Sydney City Centre. So she's in our restaurant. She does buffet breakfast in the morning. And can I say, that woman is the best upseller. Like, I actually asked my food and beverage attendants, can you just listen to what Cleo says? Because that's how you upsell barista coffee with your breakfast. So she'll go and stand by the coffee machine, like the normal, I don't want to call it the yucky coffee machine,
Yeah,
the basic coffee machine
Yeah.
that's included in the buffet breakfast package. And she learnt very early on that if she stood there and said to people, "Do you want a real coffee? It's only an extra $3.
I know
Come over
people.
here."
Yeah, for
Over here
real.
to the barista
It's
machine.
$3. How good.
$3 every time.
And she gets it.
She gets it.
She sells it.
She sells it.
Yeah, she's good.
She's
Can't say
so
no,
good.
right?
You can't.
Yeah.
100%. If she was to say a $3 coffee, do you know how much a coffee costs these days?
Yeah, exactly.
$6.50 I paid for a coffee the other day. $6.50. Outrageous.
That's because you put your special juice in it.
It's called vanilla. I'm not an idiot. People are now going to think I'm an alcoholic or something. Yeah, special juice. Guys, it's fine.
juice.
It's vanilla
It is
syrup.
vanilla. It is vanilla. And then your other employee graduate of Hotel Etico is Sam?
Well, he's not graduated yet.
Not
He
yet.
graduates
he's
in
not
August.
formally graduated.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
not
yes.
formally. He actually started with you before he started here.
Did.
So that's and we did cover that a little bit on Scott's podcast.
That's right. Yeah.
So, but you interviewed him. So I'm very curious
did.
because I love your interview style. You interview very similar to how I interview. So I'm curious to know what you did.
Look, I will say firstly that I promise I do use the interview guides because my
Yes, of
director of
course,
talent
we totally
acquisition
do.
for the Pacific would be upset with me if I didn't. I do use it in an interview guide. However, there are instances where you have to go off script. And I guess that's part of the whole risk taking and being a little bit like, no, be bold sometimes. And just, you don't have to do everything. HR is not black and white. People are
It's
not
really
black and white.
Yeah.
You can't stick to a script.
No
So
formula,
get what you need from people, absolutely, and let them learn and understand who you are. But Sam and I actually went for a walk on our interview, and we walked around. We walked out the back door and walked through the car park, and we were looking at the hedges, and he was pointing out which flowers are which and which you should cut back at a particular time and which ones you shouldn't. And then we talked about which bus he takes into the city and huge Sea Eagles supporter and all of these different things. And never have I had so much insight into a person in around the hotel grounds walk as I did with Sam in that interview. And I kind of knew, you kind of know when you meet somebody, right? They're going to perform well, in inverted commas, in a traditional interview, or they're not. I don't perform well in a traditional interview.
am
and I
terrible.
should be the queen of interview because I can sell anything to anyone.
I don't interview well either.
But don't
Except
sit
yourself.
me down and don't sit me down and ask me to answer, 10 solid black and white questions because I don't fit in that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why do we expect
Yeah.
everybody
I think
to?
that's what we, and Sophia works really, really, really hard with our industry partners on the recruitment process. There are a lot of, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to interview. Well, okay, there is a wrong way. All right, I can see her giving me grief in the background. But I think an interview should really be getting to know the person. I think, our interviews here are very conversational, and that's how to really find that talent. The industry is changing. It's not so black and white.
I mean, you would say, like technical skills can be learned, can be taught, right? It's about the
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I often I've spoken a few times to the industry or the hotel industry about inclusion and why employ people with disability, why not be worried about people with disability or the risks or the productivity. And I often talk about the fact that they shouldn't be looking at things with a productivity lens, but with a value lens and understand what the value is overall in a holistic way of employing someone with disability from a workforce value, from a cultural value, from an image value, from a doing the right thing value, from a human rights value. And if you put all those things together, the value is going to be bigger than just the productivity thing, right? And no one's always 100% productive. So
I think it's invaluable having people like Sam and Cleo in our business. If you look at something that's a bit more measured, I'll never forget, I think it was Cleo's second shift with us, we started getting named feedback. And to get named feedback these days in hotels is rare.
You mean from customers?
Correct.
Yeah.
So from guests who had dined with us and had breakfast with us and named Cleo in her second week of working with us.
Yeah.
Cleo was wonderful.
Level of connection.
That's invaluable to
we
the
actually,
business.
speaking of, got a named Cleo review from Song Hotel the other day.
As well. Yes,
The
that's
GM
right.
sent it to us.
Yeah,
It was
fantastic.
really great.
And you can imagine with us, we have 15 of them all at once.
Yeah.
And people here, you can imagine the level of named reviews that we get on a daily basis. We get people saying, thank you for, not just to Michael or the chef or here, but thank you to Cleo, thank you to Sam, thank you to Lenny or whatever it is, unbelievable.
Yeah. We don't get it often in hotels.
You're about to.
Yeah.
Because the amount of graduates that we have coming
Gonna
out,
throw it your
everyone
way.
is. Yeah.
Fantastic.
And so tell us why is inclusion important for you?
It's a hard question.
It is, it is a hard question. It's really
You don't
personal.
have to do it.
No, of course.
No, as in,
Open book.
you don't have to do inclusion.
Oh,
so,
no.
No.
Oh, gosh, you'd be missing out.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't you?
but what motivates you?
What a
Yeah.
depressing world.
Yeah.
What a depressing business.
Yeah. I just think the world is way more colourful with inclusion in it. There's no other way to really articulate it than just more colourful. We talk a lot in Accor about hardest. Hardest is our underpinning value. It's something that I get up and facilitate and talk about at least once a month, and I never, ever get sick of talking about hardest because it is the art of human connection, and the only way that you can do that is by connecting hearts. And you can only...
I do love that. Too bad Accor already have it. We can't steal it.
I'll facilitate it for you one day. You can come. You got to be an Accor employee, so we'll figure something out. But anyway, and
sure
it
I
talks
can
about
squeeze in.
you must be yourself. You have to be authentically yourself, and you have to accept your colleague, your client, your supplier, your guest, the person walking in off the street and asking for directions. You have to accept them as their authentic selves as well, and that's not always going to look the same. And so that's a really big piece. I think also there's such a big difference between acceptance, because sometimes I accept things and I don't like them, but I'm like, no, I'm going to accept it and find peace with it. But there's the other side of it, which is the understanding. So you come to accept people for who they are and then really understanding them as well. Yeah. And that helps you with your empathy and understanding what people want and need out of life or out of their job. And so I think without that colour of inclusion, we're all walking around the same. We're all talking the same. We all look the same. We've all got the same opinions. We've all got the same lived experience. That's
not the
grey.
world.
That's
It's just not the
grey
world you
or
want to live in.
beige. And I'm
And do you
interested
feel
in
like
that.
You're not a beige. You're not a beige.
I'm not a beige
You're
gal.
not a beige girl. You're a colour girl.
do you feel there was already a ready culture of inclusion within the Accor portfolio
Or
that
even
you
just hospitality
manage,
in general?
or you had to do a lot of work? I mean, without throwing on anyone under the bus, but I mean, what level of readiness was there in your workplace?
I think that we were already fairly inclusive. If I think about the disability employment space, were we already inclusive there? We definitely weren't where we were supposed to be.
It's hard to navigate. It's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
very hard to navigate.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes there's a bit of a fear around it because it's unknown. How do I work with this person? What do I need to do to onboard them? You know, from a manager's perspective, I understand that it could be a bit cloudy or a bit frightening. We were doing good things, but not good enough and not enough for us. And when I started in this portfolio nearly 3 years ago now, I realised that I had such a unique opportunity to start from scratch with 11 hotels, and I was going to do it differently. And I was going to make sure it was innovative and that it was colourful and that we had everybody from everywhere with every kind of background and ability and experience. And so, you know, when I hear hospitality people say, there's no talent out there, I'm like,
There is
my least favourite thing to hear from people.
Oh my God, there's so much talent.
Look harder, look in a different spot.
Yeah.
That's right. And so what else does your group do?
Because you have your
inclusion,
the big group that you first saw us at, which is your talent and culture, it's
Regional
everyone
meeting.
regional meeting. But you also lead diversity and inclusion within Accor, right?
I do.
You do,
I've
right?
just officially put my hand up to be a pillar lead. So we have, I guess, a social impact focus, definitely this year.
Speaking our language.
With Accor, yeah, we love that. We love that language, definitely. And so my pillar is called the All Abilities pillar, and that is across the Pacific. So we have different people from different backgrounds, different abilities who are on that pillar. And I've actually just put my hand up to be the co-lead on that one across the Pacific. So my boss, David Chris, was the pillar lead, and he stepped away. He'd, done his time. It felt like he had contributed, but also I was always there on every single meeting in the background, taking the notes and doing the do.
You can't say no.
behind.
You cannot
so
say no.
I was kind of like, look, I'm doing it. Why not put your face on it and put your name on it and go, it's something that I'm really proud of and I'm so passionate about. And kind of lead by example with it as well, a little bit too.
That's very exciting. And so is that driven by reporting requirements? Is it driven by the market? Is it driven by the leadership? Where does it come from, the desire to do that? Because you could be focusing on something else.
because you don't have to, right? People don't have to do this.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or do you?
No, you don't have to. No, you definitely don't have to. I'm not going to say it's a passion piece because it's probably not. It should just be integrated into everyday life. And I see our pillar in All Abilities as maybe like a best practice. Like, this is what you can actually do in your hotels, and I will help you with a framework, and I will help you with changing your onboarding, or I will help you with educating your managers into bringing a person with disability into your business. So I guess more than anything, I'm a resource in the Accor Pacific community that can say, I've done this in my hotels, and we have a person who is differently abled in every single one of our hotels, if not 2, 3, 4, 5. That it can be done, and it's wonderful, and it's so impactful, and this is how you can do it.
Is it also coming from a realization that there's a market opportunity in terms of accessible tourism and diverse tourism, and there's a pocket of people that you can, and there's nothing wrong with that, that you can sort of tap into?
Look, there is. I looked at something recently that was rolled out in Accor overseas, and they asked me to have a look at it from a guest perspective. And so I actually trialled it in one of our hotels, Mercure Blacktown, and I went through, and it was interesting because it was so guest-focused. And while I am guest-focused and hospitality at heart and come out of hospitality operations myself, there were so many things missing on that checklist that I was like, yeah, but what about the staff room? Yeah, but what about the onboarding? Yeah, but what about this? So I saw it from a people perspective as well. It definitely is there. It's definitely a consideration.
Which is good.
Yeah. So there's a couple of companies that we're looking at working with now to be able to provide us with, hey, this is best practice for each hotel.
That's great.
Nice.
Well, I mean, 1 in 5 people in Australia has a disability.
Yeah.
So,
And It's documented that people with disability stay longer. They often bring a carer.
Yep.
So they need 2 rooms instead of 1,
Yes,
if not
yes.
3.
We see that at Manly.
Or travel with family.
Yeah, yeah.
And they normally stay longer and they spend more money in it. So that there's actually
Dine in
market.
house, all of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
apart from the fact of the access and discrimination and sort of inclusion in general, but that's actually a market
Yeah, absolutely.
reason for it.
Accessible tourism is definitely, it's hard to find. My cousin, he has a disability. He has a very rare form of muscular dystrophy, so he's wheelchair bound, electric wheelchair, and he struggles a lot with travel. Poor baby has to travel first class.
He has a big ass wheelchair.
I know it goes over my foot constantly. I know how heavy that thing is.
It's 6 ton.
But it's a lot to travel with. And you know, he's it was his birthday the other day, but he's at an age, I'm not going to say it because I forget, that he now travels with a carer. He's just been to F1, Queensland, Brisbane. He's just been to F1 Singapore. He's fundraising at the moment to go to Sweden to play for Australia for hockey. So I mean, there's a massive thing now with accessible tourism, and they travel a lot.
But he shouldn't have to pay first class fee, should he?
He does. He has to because he has to lie down.
Yeah.
He on a long haul flight for his machine. He shouldn't have to. No,
He
should be able to pay for an economy ticket, but that's not the way the world works. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's another debate. Let's not go there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But no, he shouldn't have to. But he really struggles to go certain places. So, for example, he can't go to Bali or different countries that don't. It's not very accessible.
Not with those potholes.
No.
Gosh, no.
No. But yeah, it's very. He's very limited on where he can stay as well.
Yeah.
Which is horrible, but it's the world.
I think we've covered this, but sort of I had written down like what difference has the partnership made with Hotel Etico within your hotels with staff and guests. I mean, you talked about the guests and the coffee and the named reviews, but what about with staff? How does staff embrace, if they do, the presence, and have we reached enough into staff?
Have we helped enough? Have we supported you enough?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You would know if you hadn't.
I highly don't.
While I am very kind and I'm also, one of my GMs describes me as the nicest, scariest HR lady he's ever met. So
I've been told I would, same.
I would tell you. I would say, I need help. You know, like I can't
But that's
do
what you
this.
should be like. I think the value of our partnership is if you called me and said I need help, we would be there the next day.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done that to people because like stuff happens.
Yeah.
And like what I appreciate so much about the GMs that you have is like they can call us with any question and they feel comfortable to.
Yeah. No judgment.
No judgment.
Yeah.
Like why would we? It's education.
Yeah.
Everything is a learning piece.
Yeah.
I really, really value that in our partnership, actually with all of our employee partners.
Yeah.
It's good.
I think I was probably, I see the world with rose-coloured glasses, rightly or wrongly, but, maybe initially when I was opening the portfolio with so much going on and recruiting so many people at once and really wanting to be truly diverse with who I recruited, I actually didn't think about, am I making sure that our people who are differently abled, are they going to be okay? Like I just imagine that everybody accepts everybody. That's the way my brain works, but it's not the way everybody's brain works. I was incredibly lucky when I think about where Cleo and Sam have landed and our other differently abled kids, how well they have landed and how successful they have been, not just in themselves, but I look at the impact that they've had on their managers. I'm thinking about an executive chef that we've got at Ibis Style Sydney Central. I'm thinking about our food and beverage manager who works with Cleo, or I'm thinking about our guest experience team member Stav who works with Cleo as well and did her onboarding, and the friendship between them is just so incredibly sweet. Look, it's not something that you should dive into without really thinking about what environment am I putting this individual in.
Yeah.
And so, you definitely should have a good think about if it's the right time. Do they have the right support? Do they have the right manager? Has that manager got the skills and, emotional intelligence and all those sorts of things to work with such colourful individuals, of course.
Oh, Cleo is definitely colourful.
Yeah.
Are they the only two that you work with, or you've?
Ours, yes.
From Etico.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's not
yes.
Joel as well. No.
Ibis.
No, I don't have Joel.
No. Okay.
He is in Darling Harbour.
Yeah.
He's at the Ibis Darling Harbour, but Steph used to
work there.
used to
Yeah,
work there.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that connection was,
Okay.
through Steph.
Okay, fantastic. And so, learnings, are there any learnings that you can share with the industry, even in how to, you share them a little bit, but what advice would you have apart from, you should do it, or,
You
it's great.
absolutely should do it, but
But
that's
what pitfalls to look for, I suppose, or to be careful of if you really want to work in an inclusion space?
I guess, again, rose-coloured glasses, how annoying. But no pitfalls as such, but pick a great partner. That's probably my best piece of advice, is pick a great partner and work with them and educate yourself too.
Yeah.
And don't be too proud to say, I don't know, or is this okay to say, or, is this a silly question? Don't be proud when it comes to that sort of thing, because you want to get it right and your intention is always
I think
good.
that was a compliment for us.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, pick a great partner, because unfortunately,
There are some,
there are some
there are some
who-
horror stories.
Look, I think their motivations are different sometimes.
Yeah, it's the model that is different. There's a more
Correct.
transactional
Absolutely.
aspect to
Yeah.
some of the traditional
disability employment.
service.
We are not a traditional disability employment service. We are not a disability employment service in the funding regards.
Your
But
goal is to have your people employed, of course.
Yeah, we
but
do it the hard way, but
hard way.
motivated by the
you
by
and
the
I
right way.
would be bored with the easy way.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, so I think that's important for sure, because you need to
Yeah.
feel supported, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but just pick a good partner.
Yeah.
Pick a really good partner. And you can have multiple, like
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
multiples, because you're not able to, unfortunately, you guys are not in Perth and you're not in
Not yet.
Yeah.
Brisbane. That's
yeah.
right. Not
Not
yet,
yet.
not yet, but we've
yet.
started,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that, you have
You want to lead by
true,
example.
yeah, you have true diversity in every corner of Australia, right? So pick a good partner.
I think there is absolutely no reason, and I say this all the time, there is no reason why Australia cannot lead the change in inclusion in hospitality. We can be number one. Like
It's actually
it's
the
appetite
very
is so
encouraging.
there.
The appetite is really there,
Yeah,
from
I
an
agree.
tourism and
I
hospitality
agree.
industry.
Yeah.
We've been almost like overwhelmed by the desire to partner with us or to talk about inclusion, when it's not necessarily a legislative requirement, or but there's a bit of a wave, tidal wave, sort of, in terms of everyone trying to outdo each other to sort of.
Competition is good, right?
Well,
No, I don't think
It
But
is.
that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But
So-
I
Keeps you
also
on your
think
toes.
that our reputation is there.
Yeah.
And, I think Sophia, our employment manager, she works really, really hard in the partnerships that she has, and she supports every single one of our employers. So I think that shows.
I think you've also really established good, solid, legitimate relationships with people. And if there's anything I've learnt over the years, it's
Hospitality is all, everyone knows everyone.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's right.
can't go anywhere.
The power of a good relationship in
Oh,
any
yeah.
business, of course, but especially in hospitality is
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very
Oh my
important.
God.
It's funny when we hear that a general manager has moved to another hotel. For us, it's now we've got two hotels that we can work with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
So it's
Yeah.
definitely, there's a lot of
Yeah.
moving around.
Yeah.
Soraya, do you have other questions?
I had heaps before. You talk about being true, your authentic self, and I know that you lead that way, and I try to lead that way. I think I do lead that way. But what do you find when hiring somebody? Have you had any really this is just because I want to know. Have you had any really – it's not anything. This is just a random question.
We can cut it later.
Probably I'm not going to. No, you never cut what I ask. Have you had instances when hiring that people you think that they're being their true authentic self, but then it turns out they aren't?
So beyond disability, we're not
beyond
talking
disability,
about
I'm talking about HR, people and culture in general. How do you actually find that
the real person
the real
behind that
person?
interview?
Because I know you find talent, you have a knack for it, and I know you're known for it too. People tell me all the time you have a knack for it. But how do you do that? Like, how do you, as Steph or Stephanie, find true, authentic talent?
Well, that's Steph Lopesi does that because that's
Steph or Stephanie?
That's Steph because she's authentic. I try and get really authentic with people, and I'm really conversational with them.
Yeah.
And also I feel like part of my makeup and my brain chemistry is that I'm incredibly intuitive. I'm incredibly intuitive. I will feel something is off about a person before I've even spoken to them. And we do talk about, not making
Your
micro
gut feeling.
decisions and those sorts of things. Don't judge people, blah, blah, blah. But I think if you know that you got good intuition about a person, then you should go with it. And it doesn't mean that you have to be rude and cut them off or anything like that. I think it means that you have permission to be incredibly honest and say, I feel like something's not quite right. So I'm actually going to give you the opportunity to tell me if there's something more to this story, or so I'm really honest and authentic with them and hope that they give it back to me. Sometimes people won't, and that's okay. That's actually your answer.
Yeah.
That's actually your answer. If you know that they're not giving you authenticity,
But
and
could
that's
it be
what you need,
because they're shy, because
totally.
they're introverted?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely.
So you need to be able to cut through that.
You've got to have good intuition and have done as many interviews as me to be able to recognise shy versus introverted versus this person is actually just not being themselves. Hard to believe, but my brother is incredibly shy, and we both came from the same parents somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. My daughter and son are the opposite.
Yeah. So I know to the outside world he would come across as maybe rude, maybe arrogant, but I know that that's not him. So I actually love when I meet a person and they're really quite quiet or they come across arrogant. Those people are my favourites because I'm like, ooh, this exterior arrogance is actually for a reason, and there is a beautiful, kind, humble, loving, genuine, authentic human underneath arrogance on the outside. So you got to be able to look past that sometimes.
But the world doesn't have much time for those people, unfortunately, right? Generally speaking,
Well, people
the
think I
employment
talk
world.
about same.
So the first impression people have of me, and one of my really good friends who is a psychologist now, she said to me, the first time I ever met you, Sreya, I thought you were the biggest I've ever met. And it was your face. And I was like, what is wrong with my face? And we both worked in disabilities. So, and I was like, she's like, I know now you are the nicest human being I have ever met and you would do anything for anybody. But because I'm an introvert and because I am shy, people assume I'm arrogant. They assume that I'm a horrible person, but it's the same. Yeah, I'm really not.
And I suppose
Maybe.
to sort of move it back to the disability side of things, because people with disability, and I'm talking about intellectual disability, would have other filters or other layers that the mainstream, for lack of a better word, would not be used to.
Yeah.
You need to come up with innovative way of interviewing and recruiting.
Conversation.
And so your walk with Sam was obviously the key.
Yeah.
And because that just normalizes or comes out of, so
It's about how
that's
you recruit.
so
It's about how you
important.
talk to people.
It's-
People.
Absolutely.
People.
People.
I mean, I think 90%, if not more, of our trainees and graduates, if they went through a normal interview process,
Which we train, but we do train them to do it.
as much as we want them to
want
learn to do that, but if we were just relying on that, they will probably not get a job. But as soon as they are sort of selected in a different way and people get to know them in a different way, you realize, oh, gee, there's actually a great performer in there.
Yeah.
So it just completely changes. So I think interviewing practices have to change within the world, but
Absolutely.
particularly in this sector.
Well, they're more enjoyable and they're a bit more authentic too, right?
Yeah.
Like they're enjoyable for everybody if you're not sitting there feeling like every question that you answer is going to be written down or
Do you
that's not
do
enjoyable.
like test, like IQ and other stuff, personality test in part of your selections? No, you don't. Yeah.
People do that.
Yeah.
An
At a
IQ test.
senior management level.
An IQ test.
Not an IQ
Like
test.
more of like a personality, like Myers-Briggs and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I'd fail.
We're supposed to. But considering I probably wouldn't pass
need to
one of
cut
those. No, that's fine. We're supposed to, but considering I probably wouldn't pass one of those and I'd come across as arrogant. Like
Right.
that's a great example,
did it-
right? I would come across as incredibly arrogant and
We did it
overconfident.
in one of our leadership things,
Yeah,
and
we did the
I was all
different colour
red.
hats.
What was it? Red and red and yellow.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
So what Myers-Briggs are you?
I can't remember. We didn't do Myers-Briggs. We did Clifton Strengths.
Okay.
And mine came up as like the ultimate salesperson, like the ultimate saleswoman. And I was like, oh, maybe it should be a DOSM then. Am I in the wrong space? But I understood completely what it said and we really talked through into what happens when I lean into being a salesperson too much. I can come across arrogant and I can come across as too confident.
Yeah.
But I also will pick you up at 3:00 in the morning if you need me to.
Yeah.
Or I will be there for you in the middle of the night when your fire alarm goes off and you can't actually get there. Or like I will absolutely do anything for you. But yeah, I understand that
I
those
literally get the
skills
same
test.
scores.
Yeah.
I get the same scores, and I'm like, it's the color one that got me. I was like, I'm not red.
Yeah.
Why?
Highly aggressive. No.
Well,
mean,
think it's
sometimes.
it's situational, right?
Yeah.
It is.
The way you
I'm not a
are,
fan of
Yeah.
personality
it's
tests. I'm not a
situational.
fan.
And I think the most important skill that a manager or anyone actually can, but if you talk about leadership, is the ability to navigate and lead from different directions, lead from the front, lead from the back, lead from the side, being situational and adaptable. Like it's about adaptive leadership.
Yeah. And having great emotional intelligence.
Yeah,
It's so
that's right.
important.
Which then translate into, well, with this person, I need to act in a particular
this.
way. It's not
Yeah.
about being fake. It's about adapting to the other side.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that they're teaching that now. I hope that they're teaching that now in leadership courses. No?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
In
definitely
university?
something that I look for. If I'm
Yeah.
interviewing for a general manager and somebody has zero emotional intelligence, but they've got 20 years as a general manager, I know I'm picking the first time GM.
Yeah, every time.
Every time.
Every time.
Every single time. And that's evident in the people that I've picked to lead our business. Like our GMs are incredibly emotionally intelligent, and so they can work in an environment where they're bringing people in from different backgrounds, different race and ethnicity.
I'm laughing because I'm
ability.
thinking my mind is opening to, I'm going to open a can of worms. But
You'll
I'm
cut
just going to
this.
make a statement
We'll
about
cut it.
Go for
I
it.
wish they applied that to political leadership around the world.
Oh gosh, they absolutely would not.
Because if
Imagine.
Did he just go there?
if there's a problem with
I
our
can see
current
Sophia's face.
worldwide leadership, is that they have no clue about emotional intelligence, or at least they don't project it or they don't present it.
But
They
please,
might have it.
PM, whoever is, please come on our podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
and
just
this is
kidding.
recorded the day before the election.
the day before we have to vote.
I'm not necessarily talking about Australia, just in
general.
Like, I mean, there's such a.
It's hard to be emotionally
All
intelligent.
the worst people seem to rise to the top.
I don't know if it's hard. I wouldn't call it hard.
I think if you lead, like I find very difficult because I'm a bit of an empath. It's very hard to sometimes separate that. Like you take a lot home. Like, I might come across as arrogant or whatever, but I take a lot home if I have to make the tough decisions. It's hard.
Instead, without using swear words, what did you tell me just before the show about me and my approach? Just paraphrase.
Where? Before this show? Was it? Where was I?
We're just commenting about my ability not to
What? When?
give much damn about.
Oh, you are so you're a great leader, but you have I don't know what it is, but sometimes I just think, are you human?
Do you have any feelings?
Yeah. Do you have feelings? Well, you said it yourself. You find it hard. This is gonna get cut. All right. So, all right. If you lose a parent, what did you say? We've had this conversation when you lost a parent. You said, "Oh yeah, I was fine."
No, I didn't say that. No. Cut. I didn't say that.
You do.
No,
You did.
No,
You-
I don't,
you
I
don't-
think you misunderstood.
No,
you
I,
misheard. No, but I've definitely more able to, in this case, you always talk about compartmentalizing, but in my case, I am able to compartmentalize.
Yeah, very well.
Feelings from need to manage, need to lead.
As in
or
managing people? Like you compartmentalize from
manage
their
the
feelings?
business.
Like,
I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I think we've gone down the wrong path.
let's cut all of this.
No, we won. But yeah, sometimes
You do lead with vulnerability. You can be very vulnerable and empathetic. I'm just saying sometimes it's just like, you're just like, anyway, we're not
Maybe
going
he
there.
just doesn't carry it. There's a difference with that.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but he says it
you
out
feel
loud.
it. Yeah, and that's okay, but you don't carry
same
it with
place.
you. That's,
No,
that's,
true.
That's,
Hey,
a
that's true.
dangerous
That's it.
spot.
Yeah, I
Actually,
don't
you know
take
what? Yeah,
it
that's
on.
it.
Yep.
I don't take
He
it
does
on.
not take
See,
it
I'm
on.
very intuitive.
You're so intuitive.
See?
So you know what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
You're right. He doesn't take it on. I take it home. He doesn't take it on.
Yeah, that's dangerous. Don't
Yeah.
do that.
That's because
That's
I don't go home. Just keep working. I think we'll probably start winding up.
Yeah, we're on 48 minutes. We did all right for time.
Yes. Is there anything that you want to say that it's not a question?
Any
That's
advice
not-
for
I
people?
should have had questions for you. I could
my
have flipped
God.
the script and been the risk taker that I just talked myself
sure
up
you
to be.
could.
No, I guess from
I'm not
me,
talking about compliments or anything.
No,
Just,
no, but there will be one because I would love to thank you both, all three of you actually, for coming into our lives, I guess I'll say, and bringing Cleo and Sam in particular. I just love.
Stop it.
Oh,
I can't
just
take compliments
love
very well.
celebrating anything for you guys, and I hope you know that I'm such an advocate of yours. And any opportunity that I get, I talk about Hotel Etico with I'm the little love heart emoji eyes
Yes.
every time I talk about you guys because I just think that you are.
I've seen you in those
Yeah,
wonderful.
you're always
sunglasses.
one of the first likes on LinkedIn.
I am. I'm all over everything, right?
groupie.
No, and going to Cleo's graduation last year probably sealed the deal for me. That was where I was like, oh, this
Did you
is
see the
very
photo of you
impactful.
there?
I know, like proud mum.
Proud
I had
mum.
proud mum and proud dad next to me,
Yeah.
clapping. Like
And you were
that. So-
standing. You stood.
Yes.
You
we
stood.
did. I was very, very proud. And I'm looking forward to doing that again for Sam and for future Hotel Etico kids who'd love to come and work with us. I see it as a very valuable partnership, but one that's like so fulfilling and just enjoyable. Like we've got
Yeah.
a choice to do it and we actually
That's
like each
right.
other, which is lovely.
I do
that's
like you.
so good. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the best jobs.
We do.
Yeah.
We have the best jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So normally the last question we ask is like, what's ahead for you? Like, I mean,
Yeah.
what's
Steph
your future? What
and
does your
Accor.
future look like?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm at any
raising
offers.
your three
Is there an
kids.
offer or?
We're not big enough
We
yet.
can't afford you,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Okay. Do it for love.
We do it for love.
I am at 3 years almost in my current role in my portfolio. I can't imagine leaving. I love what I do so much. I can't imagine ever giving these 11 hotels up and my 12 general managers and my 400 team members. I can't imagine giving it up. But I know that there will come a time where I say, I've done what I needed to do here and it's time for me to go now. I just don't know what that is.
It's
What
still
about
within
Steph?
the hospitality industry, though?
Yeah, I
or-
can't leave.
I know it's
Can't
very.
leave.
You always
No,
go
no
back
way.
anyway. You always go back.
Yeah.
You always go back to hospital.
Yeah, but I think HR in hospitality will be so much more fun than
it's
HR
pretty good.
in
Yeah.
an office
The
environment.
stories
look.
are wild. Some of the
Yeah, they're
stories
pretty
are
good.
wild. I love them. Yeah.
What's next? I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, your
on
kids are
LinkedIn.
getting older.
Yes.
So for Steph personally, what's next?
I'm going to run my first half marathon. I'm saying it now and it's recorded towards the end of the year. I'm not going to commit to the date, even though I know what the date is, but I'm not going to say it out loud. So that's there for me. I hope to take a holiday and actually have a rest at the end of the year. I've got 2 new team members. I've got kids who will be approaching end of primary school.
I know it's scary.
There's lots going on.
Lila just got into high
Wonderful.
school. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Honestly crazy.
It's a good time.
It is good time. It's a new Steph.
Yeah.
Kids in high school, I feel like it's going to be next level.
That'll be right.
No, I meant for us, like
Yeah.
freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom?
I've got
Takes
it
a few
now. I'm
more
pretty
years.
lucky.
Takes a few more
Yeah.
years,
Yeah,
but yes.
yeah.
It's getting there. Well,
Yeah.
Steph, from both of us, thank you.
Huge
thank you for not just being here today, but
for being you.
being really the right advocate in the industry. I think we've only just scratched the surface, I think, about how much we can do together
How
to
exciting.
promote inclusion.
Yeah.
We love your enthusiasm. We love your authenticity. We love your risk-taking.
You keep doing that.
Yes.
You keep doing that.
be careful.
And I think that you set a standard in the hospitality space for that.
Because as much as there is the appetite that we talked about, there's still a lot of walls to be knocked down, and there's a lot of barriers. There's still a lot of work to be done. So it's champions like you that we are really very proud to be associated with. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Bianca.
Yes.
She's here. She's behind the scenes.
I know, we didn't talk about her
So
enough.
Oh, yeah. Bianca.
yeah. So who is Bianca?
love you.
We talked. We did this way. We did say
No,
who
we
Bianca
did. We
is?
didn't really talk
Okay,
about
yes,
her.
so I think we
should say
Let's
before
give
we
her
go.
3 minutes, hey?
So who is
she's
Bianca?
here.
She is here. So who is Bianca?
Bianca is our wonderful general manager at the McEwer Sydney Manly Warringah. So Scott Bear, who I mentioned previously, who Pod King, has passed the baton on to Bianca. And so this is Bianca's first time general manager position. And we are so proud and so happy and so
She's very
excited to have
good.
her there.
That's what I mean about you
I know-
finding talent.
I know,
She's
right?
very on the
I know.
ball.
She's
And she's
awesome.
walked into big shoes, but
Big
she fills
shoes,
them
yeah.
very comfortably.
She does, yeah. She's I know Sam absolutely adores her because he's told me in
Yeah.
the car on the way home.
He'd
the
tell
other
you if
day.
he didn't.
Yeah, that's right. He would tell you if he didn't. Also very
sure.
forthcoming.
He's very,
yeah.
He's very good.
And I know that Bianca loves having him at work. Like she lights up when Sam's there, like everybody does.
I just
you.
also think like it's nerve-wracking going for a new job. And I mean, one of the first things she did as GM was reach out to us and say, hey, I'm here. I'm just getting to know the role. But I'm so excited to meet you. And I think that was a really, really nice thing. that
I
she
can
did.
hand on my heart
Yeah.
promise you that I didn't tell her to do that.
I believe you.
Hey?
I believe you. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
No,
that's what I mean.
didn't. No,
I'd be
absolutely
surprised if you did because she's just that kind of
Yeah.
human.
not. I know,
Okay,
she's
enough
good.
talking
Anyway.
about someone else that is in the room. And
Yeah,
sort
but
of,
she
And she doesn't have a
can't-
mic.
and she can't
Next
say anything.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just being
We've
really
let her
well
off.
done,
she's
Bianca.
going red, but she's great.
So to close, we always like to say that, and in this case, I'll say that together, let's just keep making room for all.
And keep fighting for inclusion.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
for having
you.
me.
Is that it? Oh, wait.
Knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. Had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out any time you like, but you can't